everybody, welcome back. Yes, I know I'm late, very late to the party on this, but this mod is really cool. I still want to talk about it. Well, let's call it Halo 3 New Covenant, and as the title of the video says, the premise of it's a direct sequel to Halo 3 that takes place right after the events of Halo 3 in the Halo 3 ODST engine. So you start playing as the Arbiter again, which for a reason that wasn't a thing outside of co-op in the original game, but hey, that's the thing Bungie wanted to do. So, I mean, it would have been cool to kind of do that again, but from what I remember, people did not like that at the beginning of the game. Although in the end, people really liked the Arbiter as a character, as he's a fan favorite of this franchise now. But whatever, it is what it is. But anyways, so your premise is to kind of defend the Shadow of Intent, as it was being boarded by Covenant forces that still believe in what the prophets were saying throughout the whole trilogy. Hence, because even though the Covenant quote unquote lost, there's those out there who still believe the prophets' lies. So ultimately, you fail to successfully defend the Shadow of Intent as it ended up being captured, and you're forced to flee to find help in hopes to help take the Shadow of Intent back. As these Covenant successfully captured it and implement some kind of shield technology, so it cannot really be dealt with in the most traditional way. So, the whole premise of the story so far is to find some kind of technology that you could use to successfully take this thing down. So, second mission, we will be playing as the Chief, so they're obviously doing the Chief and Arbiter dynamic from Halo 2. So, it turns out there's actual new cutscenes. Let me show you.
What is this place?
I don't know. We aren't anywhere near the Ark, that's for sure. The portal was closing as we went through it. Maybe that's why we didn't end up with the others. Anyway, we should head to the frigate and see what equipment we can salvage first. Come on.
As you can see, there's actual complete new cutscenes for the story of this mod too. And is it just me, or is Cortana's voice actress different from the original Halo 3? Is it like a heavily modified version of Jen Taylor, or is it somebody entirely new? Either way though, I think whoever the voice actress is, she did a pretty good job. So I'm very curious to see how it evolves, and seems they're gonna play into, kind of play with the Repentancy thing that Cortana went through in the original Halo 4. So, well, I guess we'll see what happens there. How different is it going to be from what 343 told in the actual Halo 4? Hey, I guess time will tell, especially whenever this mod is fully finished, because there's only 3 missions available at the moment. So, I don't know how long ago the newest update was. I don't know, but who knows though. Either way, I'm still looking forward to where this mod goes. So your premise of this mission is to contact the UNSC for initiate a rescue mission, so you can get off this planet, which is a foreigner planet. They didn't say what the name of the planet was, but it's adjacent to Installation Halo 02, which I can't remember the exact name of the Halo ring, but it is adjacent to it, and it's actually the location where the Covenant found that device I mentioned earlier that led to them successfully capturing the Shadow of Intent. So the mod agrees to help you essentially save the Shadow of Intent and taking down these Covenant, as of course the Covenant are messing with his installation, so he definitely wants to get back at them for messing with his installation. Those damn Covenant, they never freaking learn when messing with a foreigner technology, do they? No, they do not. So that kind of sets up the ending of Mission 2. Now Mission 3, which is the final mission of this mod so far, where it's really darn cool. It's set on a research facility where Arbiter's working with UNSC Marines, and I'll show you something which is really darn cool.
You come to die, or come to bargain. There will be no negotiations with you, Alexander. Offers of mercy, blunt and abused. You will perish.
Advance on the double! Move in!
Yep, that's correct. There's actual Gravemind elements for the Arbiter, but with the twist that you're playing as the Arbiter instead of Chief, like in the original game, which I think is really darn cool, as later missions indicate, where this new Gravemind has the ability to do mind control, which, far as I'm aware, I think, I could be totally wrong about this, that no Gravemind has ever had the ability yet so far. At least that's never been explored in the actual games. Now, maybe in like, extended lore, maybe, but in terms of like lore really getting into the games, I don't think that's a thing. But still, though, I think that's a really cool idea. And also kind of makes the Flood more terrifying than they already are. So that's a nice twist. I love that idea. And if so, it would be kind of cool if Halo Studios kind of gets inspiration from it and explores that idea in, like, say, game that has the Flood in it. Not the remake, just something else, like a complete new game that has the Flood in it. But hey, I guess time will tell in the future. But I think it would be a really cool idea, as it would make the Flood like more terrifying than they already are. But hey, we'll see though. But let me actually, there's going to be an example like where the microcontrol actually takes effect. Let me show you.
Pieces of an infinite multitude. Your defiance is insignificant. Your minds are mine.
Yep, as you just seen, this Gravemind can indeed do mind control. Now, we've only had two other Graveminds in the Halo series so far in terms of games, because there's the Proto Gravemind from Halo CE, as we all know, and then there's the actual Gravemind from Halo 2 and 3 that we know. So it's really cool. It seemed it implied that this Gravemind could potentially mind control, people and turn them against their allies. That's pretty darn cool. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if Halo Studios kind of explores that in a future game, or even extended lore, because I don't think that's a thing. I could be totally wrong. So I'm sure if more lore nerds better than myself could tell me in the comment section, because I don't think that's a thing in actual canon. I could be wrong though. It would be a really cool idea, like I said before, but hey, we'll see what they come up with, And so finally, how do I feel about this mod? I really dig it. I really dig this mod. I really do. There's some really cool ideas that they have going on here. So I'm fully invested in this mod, because this is why I love mods, because we get things like this. So who would have thought there would be the pitch of a direct sequel to Halo 3 in the Halo 3 ODST engine? I mean, it makes sense, honestly. Sure, it's ODST, but I think it's like a more refined version of the Halo 3 engine. I think that's why they went with it. And it just works. It just works with how the game is set up. So I'm very curious to see how this mod plays out. Since there's only 3 missions so far, I'm very interested to see where this goes. So I'll definitely be covering it when we get more missions and all that on this mod. So stay tuned to the channel. So that's all I gotta say about this mod. If you have a gaming PC and you have MCC on Steam, you can just download this mod right from the eShop. It's pretty darn quick to find. So without further ado, I will see you on the next one. Till then, have a good one.